Bata surveyed the narrow gate and then the wooden fence made of the branches of the hardwood tree. Following his gaze, his companion smiled knowingly because Bata's name meant ball. On the day he was born, his sister dreamed of a huge snake that crawled round the house, but it could not come in because of the wall surrounding the house. What do you see? Asked his companion. Bata shrugged his shoulders as if to indicate there was nothing. Yet his eyes looked alert and wary. Then, as his eyes began to have a faraway look, his companion nudged him to try to bring him back to things at hand. He just could not stop thinking of Ira. Her arm's length treatment did not deter him. Mimosa like, she would just close up at any advances he made. When he handed her a scarf the other day, she looked away and went on with her washing. Yet, when they worked together preparing for the feast, she opened up and made him feel the sky would turn gold. Then, in the distance, a song began. It was one of the songs sung from generation to generation. It rose from the throat of a herder to lull the hearts of their herd. From the herds, his voice soared to the rooftops of the village, all the while leaving a calming aftertaste. When one had finished savoring its tunes, other herders might take it up when he had finished. It told the others all was well. A collective relief filled the villages. Often the mist began to dissipate, and the clouds and the mist made way for the stars. Yet, when he recalled the recurring dreams that exhausted him, the accompanying fear would be there. A sense of doom and hopelessness permeated him as he fought against a shrouded being. It would engulf and twist him about. No matter where he turned, the folds of darkness seek to envelop him. He tried to see where the eyes were or feel where the heart was. He pushed it away with everything he had, all the while mouthing the words, I am Bata. Then he woke up, exhausted but relieved it was over. Sometimes he woke up to the sounds of his father repeating the words, You are Bata. His father, with eyes closed tightly, was holding a veil over himself and Bata. Often he had to shake his father's arm to let him know it was over. And that night, in the distance, the low baying of a wolf broke through the songs, and the hairs of the herd bristled in the cold early morning air. The familiar knot of fear made Bata get up to check the herd, always the first to spring up at the warning in his heart. Even before the foreboding sound came from afar, he pulled out his dagger from its sheath. His eyes stood up in readiness to catch further sounds. In another hand, he carried an axe. He was ready to face whatever the night held. Then, spontaneously, Tabara, his companion, broke out into a song, the words and melody being molded by the strength of his heart's voice, cocooned the hearts that listened in bedrooms and kitchens and right to the furthest station where five were waiting in readiness. Mothers hummed in accompaniment. The baying stopped. Bata was at the narrow gate. It was already inside the fence. He sensed first the shape before he felt it, and with one swing of his axe, the shape fell. He swung at it again and again until he felt the warm ooze of liquid on his feet and hands. He fell backwards as sharp points pricked his throat. He swung his axe at the furriness. The grip loosened and he could breathe. Then came voices at the back of him and in front of him. He felt the malice in the air. He also heard the echoes of the ancient song from the hills and all around him. He was not alone. Is dead, so small, so fierce, declared someone. With a scarf that Ira rejected, Bata wrapped his neck. His heart wanted to tell Ira himself about the victory. He knew she would hear of it soon enough. He wondered if her heart would lean towards him after this. Shrugging his shoulders, he picked himself up from the ground. He needed to wash his hands and face with water from the well before going home. His body inclined towards the bed at home, but his mind was full of the fight in Ira. His mind was so activated, but he could only look in silence at the voices of the others. Then a hand rested on his shoulder and gently pushed him onto the dry grass. He sipped the warm brew handed to him that brought a soothing warmth to blanket his tired muscles and dull his brain. As the herders drank more brew, Bata rested amongst men he could count on. He did not awaken when Ira came to untie the scarf around his neck. Neither did he awaken when she put stinging liquid on his wounds. When he awoke, he knew what he must do next.